Hello and welcome to my channel. What do I have for you today? Well, actually it's not sewing. Stand back in amazement. It's not sewing today. I'm back to wool for this video. There's several pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I want to share with you. Now first of all I thought I'd share the ongoing blanket. You know, the one that we're doing with all the scrap yarn and everything I've unpicked. And it's going to be a weighted blanket for the lap, for the bed, wherever you want it. Now, that's just one ball of already done and unpicked again wool. That's what I like to do. I'll recycle my wool. This is the beastie that's coming. There's my hook, so I'm on a 3.5. In the main, varies between double knit and chunky. So can we show you him? He's not that long. He is, however, quite wide. Clearly, because I want it to go over my lap or over the bed or whatever. Yes, there's bits hanging out because they're just where I've joined on the different scrappy wools. They'll be sewn in. They'll be sewn in. What am I doing it in? It's a half double crochet. See if we can. Just a half double crochet, which comes out pretty nice. So this is the blanket that I keep chirping on about that's on the go, and I usually do it in the car, which is nice because that way I get to have the warmth as well. What else am I up to? I'm not sure here. Quite a nice stitch. Obviously I'm doing it in the back. So it could be a half DC, half double crochet, and then it'll go into the back of the loop rather than, yes, I can see it on there. So instead of where you would normally put yourself through the 2, wouldn't you, through the V, I'm bending it over and it's done on the back loop. And that gives you the ribby effect. Now, this is obviously, I'd have thought, cowl size. My little neck, my scrawny neck, gets cold. And so I need cowls. But the trouble is I probably don't need as many as I've already made. That doesn't stop me making them. This was once a jumper. It's now all unpicked again. And in its second life, we have a 3/5 again. Seems to be my favourite hook. And it's a roundy one. Already in its round. Looking at it, it's probably half. Yeah, it's a half DC again. But it's coming up nice. This is just going to be like that and then over the head. Luckily, I seem to have a small head, so I can get them over my head, past the ears obviously, and then they'll sit nice on the neck, because if I have things that are too loose on the neck, that's not going to keep me warm either. So there's those. Then I changed to thought, fancy doing something different? You know what it's like. So I got these 2 that have been unpicked from something. I'm always unpicking something. Saves on wool. I don't have to go out and buy wool. And I thought I'd knit this one. So this is, I don't want to lose it off the end. So it is simply, apart from a bit that I had to do there, I'm going to have to sew that in somehow. But doing the 2 wools, it gives it a bit more of a break in colour. It's just garter stitch. You're going to want to know how many stitches, aren't you? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you counting along with me? 50 stitches that one. I'll make that one that wide. And I'm hoping, well, the idea is that it will go round the neck, but then sort of have some sort of collar as it sort of comes round like that. That's the theory anyway. But that's different, and I can sit and I can just do my garter stitch and plod away. What have I got? A 4.5mm. They're both double knit wools, but obviously making like a chunky knit cowl. So that was that one. One more. This, in its heyday, was a jumper as well, or a cardigan. Could have been anything. This time I'm on a 5mm hook, so that's a different one. And I saw this pattern on YouTube, as I would, and it was puff stitch. It is where you go in and then you go in 2 more times and then single stitch it over to get yourself a puff. Now, it's going to look a bit strange. This one is like that because it will sit on my neck and then like come onto my shoulders. Because a lot of the cowls, as I say, you get the whole bit there. And it's no good. Shall we have a go? Glasses and all then. There we go. See, that's a big one. But that's warm. It's stand-upable, if that makes any sense. It only feels like a double knit. It doesn't feel like anything else, but because of the puff stitch, it makes it stiffer. And I just love this collar, because that keeps the old chesticles warm, doesn't it? I mean, you can have that however you want. If you were really cold, you could go and look like a deep sea diver. Don't think so, Lynn. But anyway, this at the moment is the latest cowl to be worn out, to be nice and snug and warm. I am going to do another one of these. I liked it so much, I'm going to do another one. And I'm thinking like a navy blue wool and a white wool. Again, like the other one was, and it was the 2 lots of colours. I think they're much better when you've got a mixture of colour than when you've just got a colour. You know, you just do it in blue or just do it in whatever. I like that. I wonder if you could make that into a jumper. You just get going like to there. Doesn't quite work, does it? And you'd have to come down there, but it would be lovely as a jumper. Clearly it's not a jumper, Lynn. It's just a cowl. But you can see that what I did, you had your main stitches there, and then from that I put in like 2 to a hole on the bubbles, the puffs, which took it out. Yeah, took it out like that. So it would go over my neck and shoulder. I do like that one. You want the pattern for this one? It's on my phone somewhere. Let's have a look. Because I took it down from obviously watching the YouTube. I thought, well, I need to know roughly how many stitches and what have you. So let's have a look. Was it that one? Yes. So it says a 5mm hook, double knit wool, chain 81. Yes, I only chained 71 because I said the head's not that big and it gets. So I did 71 and that worked out fine. Then you turn and it says single crochet. 1 lot. It's done in flat. You don't do this one in a round. You just do it in a piece of, you know, sort of like that. You do it open. And then when you sew it up, you can do it any other way. So you're joining it. It says join without twisting the chain. that one's now saying join. I didn't. But it's a 3-stitch puff in one. Miss it, then you pull it together, you do one single, then you miss a stitch and do the puff in the next. So it's a puff, miss, puff, miss, puff, miss. Says for 32 rounds. We're counting again. So that's the whole of it. Let's see how many rounds I did. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I didn't even do 32 rounds. I did 27. And that included my, looks like a skirt, doesn't it? Bringing it out here. Boop. But trust me, it's warm. It's comfortable and warm. It's going to be my new favourite cowl. I have one favourite cowl I keep wearing and wearing and wearing, but it doesn't come like that, which is really important for me. So, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this little different, but it's wool time. You can see I've got a homemade. It's the Miller Bear jumper one. Do you want to see Miller Bear? If you give me 2 seconds, I'll pop over and get Miller for you. Then you can see what I'm on about. Because I like my one. And I don't know which one came first. Mine or Miller's. Nah, okay. So he's got a Doctor Who scarf on. He's got several bits of stuff around his neck and what have you. Anyway, there is his jumper. You see? Snap. It goes right round Miller. Favourite bear. I have all the Charlie bears about. Miller's the favourite. Miller was found, which I've probably told you before, he was found when we were on holiday. Kelso, I think it was. We were up Scottish, up north, whatever. Well, it's not Scottish, it's not quite. It's on the borders. Anyway, I saw him in a charity shop window. And he sat there like that. Like he sits. Just with his head to one side. And he had a tag. And it said, £5. And he was sort of crying out the window to me, buy me, take me home. So I did. And he goes on every holiday with us. Miller comes too. I know, sad. But I like my bears. So that was why we got this. Now I did plain sleeves on this one. But Miller's actually got the colours still going on his. Very posh. Not quite the same then, Miller. Anyway, I'm waffling. I should say on that note, I'm going to make the blue and white one of these with the bit down there. I hope you've enjoyed a wool taster for a change of what I'm up to, what I'm thinking I'm up to, and what's definitely on the go. And that blanket's definitely on the go. I should say on that note, you stay safe and you take care. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. Keep watching. There's always something different. Bye-bye for now.